Hi, writers. Today is day 2 of virtual learning. So the other day, I was in the playroom with my kids, and I said, you guys really have to clean this room up. It is a mess. And Scarlett and Vivian said, why? And I said, well, you need to do this because I said so. Because I said so, Scarlett said back. That's not a very good reason. And I thought to myself, you know what? That's not a very good reason, right? Because I said so doesn't feel like it's actually giving a reason or evidence, right? It makes a lot more sense if I had said, oh, well, you should clean up because we're going to have company over. And you know that daddy gets so mad if the house isn't clean when company's over, right? That would have felt like a much stronger reason, stronger evidence. So today, that's what I want to teach you. I want to teach you that strong argumentative writers, they choose strong evidence, such as quotations, to make their claim come to life. So if you look here at today's teaching point, how do writers choose quotations to make their claims come to life? So let's go back into our essay from Bobby Baggy. There he is, Bobby Baggy. So a lot of you told me that you wanted Bobby to change his third reason in his introduction paragraph. So he worked on it a lot over the weekend, and he came up with a really strong third reason. So his third reason is we don't want nope, that's not the reason. Lastly, using plastic bags is more sanitary than reusable bags, right? So that was his third reason to support his claim that plastic shopping bags should remain in stores. So he started working on his third body paragraph. And so far, he just is really stating the reason that, as you can read here, the final reason that plastic bags should not be banned is because plastic bags are more sanitary than reusable bags. And so he was reading this article over here. It's an article that many of you read, the Competitive Enterprise Institute. So the article, 5 Reasons Banning Plastics May Harm the Environment and Consumer. This is where he found that reason. So I'm going to scroll down because right here, this paragraph here in the text, this is the reason that he wants to use in his essay, right? So I'm going to reread it. So step 1 in trying to find a quote to use as evidence is rereading your source, right? And trying to find a quote that you'd want to use, right? So plastic is more sanitary and safer to use than other alternatives. Plastic items are more sanitary than other alternatives. For example, reusable bags often harbor bacteria and could pose a health risk for consumers. Ooh, that's a shocking fact. Plastic packaging reduces food waste and makes possible transporting and serving food in a way that reduces disease transmission. Recent claims to the contrary do not hold water. So I'm thinking that this quote right here might be a really strong one for Bobby to use, right? So reusable bags often harbor bacteria and could pose a health risk for consumers. So what I am going to do is go back to this document back here. So I'm going to set up my quotation. So I'm going to use one of these phrases to set up my quotation. And I'm actually thinking about this one that says, experts demonstrate. I'm thinking that could be a great way to set up this quotation in Bobby's third body paragraph. So let's go back to his essay. And we're going to say experts from, and now I'm going to cite my source. So this is from, let's go back to the top, the Competitive Enterprise Institute. Experts from the Competitive Enterprise Institute state that, and then I'm going to put my quotation marks, right? Because this is a quote. And then I'm going to go back to the article and I'm going to find the exact text. And I'm going, so it's right here, right? Reusable bags often harbor bacteria and can pose a health risk for consumers. That's what I want. So I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste that directly into my essay. Do you see that? So I copy and pasted it directly into my essay. Now, if I had gotten that quote from a video, let's say, I could have just written down exactly word for word what the video was saying and then made sure to type that in word for word, okay? So because I got it from a text that I could cut and paste, I just did it that way. So now let's see. Experts from the Competitive Enterprise Institute state that reusable bags often harbor bacteria and can pose a health risk for consumers, period, end quote. And now I'm going to include why this is important, right? Because I don't want to just add an evidence and not have it feel connected back to my reason. So I could say this is important because we don't want to get sick from reusing our own bags, period, right? So do you see what we did there? We found a piece of evidence that would support this reason that plastic bags are more sanitary than reusable bags. And then we found an exact quote from a text, and we made sure to cite the source and quote it word for word, right? We also unpacked the evidence by explaining how this made sense with our reason, okay? So I've given you a bunch of different phrases that set up our quotation. And down here on this document, I've also included another chart of all of the skills that we've been working on so far in this unit that you can look at to look back on, right? And here is another little chart, all of different ways to use evidence to support your reasons, all right? So today, what I want you doing is going back to the articles that you've read over the last couple of weeks and find quotes that you would like to insert into your body paragraphs to make your writing stronger, okay? And make sure to submit your doc when you're done, and I will be there to give you feedback on your essays, okay? All right, any questions, please let me know. And one last thing I forgot to include. Viv, say hi.
Hi.
Hi. So you will share one of your body paragraphs today on Flipgrid. So you're going to click on your partner share topic, and you're going to create a video.
Okay.
Okay. You're going to create a video and read the body paragraph that you added your quotations in. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right.